Hello everyone, welcome to the Smurf Squad. Last night I was searching the internet as usual and I came across a headline saying Russia might legalize piracy. I've been following the news involving the war between Russia and Ukraine closely, hence it makes sense the following topic was recommended to me by Google. And I decided to look further into it. Before we start, however, I need to say online piracy is nothing new. In fact, it's been around pretty much since the day internet became available to the public. When someone says Russia may legalize piracy, they are not talking about a new bill being passed or anything of that sort. What they mean instead is the anti-piracy law is being lifted. If by any chance you're wondering why, it's because of all the sanctions. Many companies have cut off any deals with Russia. We're talking about big companies. Only one of them stopping to work with the country will definitely impact the economy of that country. Now, imagine this thing Russia must have felt by so many boycotting them all at once. They ain't having a good time, believe me. Russia isn't just sitting still watching though, they decided to counteract. I managed to dig up a pair of old articles from BBC News. Apparently, in July 2013, a new law had taken place in Russia to protect the rights of copyright holders and stop piracy of movies and TV shows. Later in 2015, this law was expanded to cover music, ebooks, and software, but not images. Good news, right? Yeah, it was. Until a few days ago that they decided to go back to how things were before 2013. Just for the record, we're gonna ignore the fact that they faced a lot of protests, and all in all, their government did a pretty shitty job executing this act. One thing over here has caught my attention, and I know it's a bit off topic, but I think you should hear it. In May 2013, prior to the first copyright law in Russia, a report was published by the USTR, which stands for the Office of the United States Trade Representative. In this report, Russia was on the priority watch list for world's worst copyright infringers. But what took me by surprise is that Iran is not on this list. In fact, I used the search option and the word Iran is nowhere to be found in this report. Same applies to North Korea for some reason. At this point, I'm wondering if the USTR even acknowledges Iran as a legitimate country. Jokes aside, it's really a bad situation regarding copyright over there. They might officially claim piracy is prohibited in their country, but I know for a fact no real prosecution faces those who don't comply. Any digital media, asset, whatever you want to call it, you can have them for free. Quick disclaimer, I'm not saying you should. I don't condone online piracy or any form of piracy. You wanna know what's ridiculous? There are sites and even stores, yeah, actual stores, that charge people money for pirated content. Books are being translated and sold. So not only do they steal for themselves, they even make money off of it. God damn! By the way, in addition to all that, you can find countless Telegram channels hosted by some assholes that share copyrighted movies, TV shows, and music illegally. Excuse the language, but it really pisses me off. This stolen content doesn't necessarily have to be foreign though. It can also be made in Iran, meaning by Iranian creators. To top it all off, movies and TV shows created by even the highest paid Iranian cast and crew is sometimes shared by totally random individuals on YouTube, simply because platforms like YouTube are banned in Iran. So the original creators can't take them down by law, even if they wanted to. I know I wouldn't want to be in their place. Back to our main topic. Could this become a big deal in the future? Pirating movies and music ain't that hard. Let's be real. But when a game or program gets released, it comes with an anti-piracy protection. In most cases. So-called DRM protection. Unless it's Cyberpunk 2077, which was cracked only one day after it released. If you thought everything was fine with the game, other than the in-game bugs, you were dead wrong. RDR2, for instance, had a great DRM protection. It remained uncracked for at least 2 years past the release date, if I'm not mistaken. When a DRM protection is that good, it obviously takes more time to crack it. I'm not an expert in how it's done. As far as I know, the DLL files and the exe file are modified. Sometimes they also add a few lines to the host file so that your computer can't access the distributor's site, hence the program not being able to update itself. Because any updates usually ruin the crack. That's how it was done back in the day. Might not be accurate anymore today. Now, imagine piracy is legalized in Russia, and all of a sudden many experts see the opportunity, pirate a new game or the latest software and sell it a lot cheaper in their country, legally. So they might add a lot more time and resources in it, and eventually most games and apps will be cracked much sooner. And with the power of the internet, everyone in the world will be able to download those pirated copies. Does this mean that the number of sales will drop? Yeah, you could say so. In Russia above all. Would this by any chance cripple the industry? Absolutely not. As I've mentioned before, piracy has always existed. It has always been a matter of time until something was cracked, with a few exceptions. Nonetheless, the majority of users prefer to pay for the products they're using, like I do. Whatever reason for that might be, whether it's to support the creators, or hesitating to download a malicious looking file from a suspicious source, or anything else. And they will surely continue to do so. I feel like I've talked enough about this topic, so that's gonna mark it for the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you didn't, go ahead and dislike it. I'm gonna be uploading a lot more videos in the future, so it'd really make me happy if you would subscribe to the channel. Take care of yourself, see you in the next one. So long.